We'll start by coming onto the mat. So just come onto your back. And I was saying to Marion, we're going to do a bit of triceps today. It's a shame there's not many other people because it would have been quite useful. But we're going to come onto our backs, bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. And we're just going to close down the eyes and just bring the hands to rest gently on the belly. And I want you to do the first 3 exhales as sighing out. Just begin to breathe in and out through the nose. And let's breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And breathing out for 1, 2, 3, 4. And just keep following. We're going to let someone else in.
Okay, I'm ready.
Brilliant. All right, so we've got someone else, but let's carry on. All right, we're just laying on our backs, breathing in and out through the nose. As you breathe in, just notice the hands as they move away from the midline. I'm just going to check everyone's muted. I can do that. Let's have a look. Just muting everyone. Yeah. Okay, so as you breathe in, just feel that space between the ribs. Feel the ribs expanding away from the midline. And as we breathe out, gently drawing back in. So inhale, nice big open, and exhale, draw it in. I want you to just slowly take the hands around the back in that lumbar spine area, if that's available for you to do that. And as you breathe in, just feel that breath in the back of the ribs. As I've said before, we sometimes focus a lot on the front of the rib basket, and we need to pay a bit of attention to what's happening behind as well. Maybe take your hands around the side. If you can, try to take this breathing exercise off the mat as well. So when you're working from home at your desk, maybe once every 20 minutes or so, just take a few moments, just breathe big, breathe out. So obviously as we're sitting down a lot more, it's that compression of the spine, that posture changing. Just keep it strong. Move the awareness now to the heart and the shoulders. You can take the hands in, and as you inhale, notice the shoulders externally rotate away from the midline. Chest opens, heart opens. Exhale, draw it back in. Inhale. Exhale. You can take that breath up to 5 or 6 if it's available. Up to you. Just notice how the body's feeling today. Just be mindful of any aches or pains. And now we're going to take our awareness away from the whole body. So you can visualize yourself looking down. And as you breathe in, try and cultivate a sense of breathing in and lifting through the whole body. And breathing out through the whole body. I mean, the idea of yoga is we're trying to slow down the mind. So we're not stopping everything. So don't stress. If you do find that your mind wanders or drifts, that's completely fine. Just draw it back to the breath as many times as you need. And when you're ready, we're going to draw the knees in towards each other. Just be mindful of the hips. Bring each knee into the chest. Nice little rock and a hug. Maybe use it as a time to massage that lower back. I'm going to slowly bring the feet to the mat. Let's bring the arms to the side. As we inhale, we lift the hips up, coming into bridge pose. So start engaging the quads, engage the abs, press the feet into the mat. Exhale to lower. And let's inhale again. Take the arms up as well. You can take them all the way up overhead if that's available. And exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms. Take 2 more with your own breath. You can hold at the top for a little bit longer. Nice. And we're going to bring both legs up in the air. We're going to press the feet towards the ceiling. So we're flexing the toes towards the face. Point and flex. You can bring the arms and the hands up and mirror it. It's entirely up to you. And let's rotate the ankles and the wrists in both directions. I'm going to open the legs out. Just take it as wide as it's comfortable. We're opening up the thigh muscles and working into the legs. You can take a little rock if you want here. Remember to keep breathing. There's sometimes a tendency to hold our breath when we come out into certain poses. I'm going to slowly draw the legs back in together. And just bring the knees into the chest. I'm going to take that left leg out. You can keep the knee bent or straight. I'm going to bring that right leg up in the air. And we're going to slowly work that right leg towards the upper body. Not going to go too far. So you can just take the hand wherever it reaches. You can bend that knee a little bit. If there's any pain, just move it away. Breathe in, breathe out. You can take the big toe if it's available. And slowly release. So just draw it back, bend into that right knee, and let's bring that left leg up. You can straighten that right leg if it's available, and just breathe as you draw that left leg towards the upper body. Just a nice gentle stretch into the hamstrings now. You can use that breath to take it a little bit deeper if it's available. And release. And just slowly bring both feet to the mat. I'm going to draw the knees in. Nice little squeeze. I'm going to bring both legs up into the air. So we're going to spend a few moments doing our abs. We're going to bring the arms out into cactus arms, or just put them wherever it's comfortable. Off the screen. And we're going to start with our leg raises. So bring both legs up into the air, almost like you're pressing the feet into the mat. And you can point the toe, sorry. And we're going to start lowering the legs just towards the mat. We're going to do it nice and slow. Take it down as far as it's comfortable and lift. And just take 3 more. Nice and slow with the breath. Let's come up, squeeze the legs in. Nice little hug. Just take a couple of breaths. And lift up again. And this time you can keep the hands there, or just bring them wherever it's comfortable. We're going to take 1 leg at a time now. This is still working into the abs. You may find it a little bit easier doing 1 leg at a time. And let's just do 2 more on each side. And gently bring yourself back, bring the knees into the chest. And just take about 3 breaths out. And slowly bring the feet to the mat. And we're going to work into the obliques now, so the side abs. So we're going to take our heel touches. So we're going to go over to the right, touch the right heel with the right hand, lift up the chest, keep it lifted through center, over to the left. Just go through a few of these with your own breath. And let's keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And just hold in the middle for 3, 2, 1, and release. And slowly come to the mat. Let's just take 3 breaths out. We're going to slowly draw the knees into the chest. And we're going to inhale as we bring the forehead to the knees. Exhale to low. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take 2 more. Feel the abs engaging here. Nice. I'm going to slowly bring the feet to the mat. Arms to the side of the body as we inhale and lift up the hips, coming into our bridge pose. Let's hold it here for a little bit longer. Feel that breath in the stomach and the abs area. Start engaging those inner thigh muscles if the legs start going out wide. Keep it strong. 1 more inhale. Exhale to release. We'll bring the arms out wide. We're going to bring the knees into we're going to keep the feet flat on the mat. We're going to draw the hips up in the air and just move them over to the right about 3 inches. And we're going to twist over to the left. If you bring the knees up towards the chest, it will work more into the mid-back. So just have a little play around where you want the knees. And just take the gaze wherever you feel it's comfortable for the neck. When you're ready, slowly come back to center on the next inhale. Let's bring the arms to the side. We're going to inhale as we lift the hips up, coming into our bridge pose. You can take that left leg in the air. You want to go a bit deeper, but try to keep the hip lift. Let's take 1 more inhale. Exhale to release. Slowly with control, come back to the mat. Arms out wide. Inhale, lift the hips up. Shift them over to the left this time, about 3 inches. And just take your twist over to the right. So remember, have the knees wherever you feel it's comfortable for the back. If it feels a bit painful here, just bring the knees a little bit lower. Just ease it slightly. Feel that breath all the way in, all the way out. When you're ready, slowly come back to center. Let's bring the arms to the side, and we're going to inhale as we lift the hips up into bridge pose. And you can bring that right leg in the air if you want to. Breathe in, breathe out, and then slowly release. Gently come back to the mat. I'm going to bring the knees into the chest. And we're going to come up to our tabletop position. So get there in a safe way. So you can roll out to the side or you can rock up and down the spine. So set yourself up, hands spread out nice and wide, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. And we're going to take our cat-cow breaths. So as you inhale, tilt that pelvis away from the belly, draw the belly towards the mat, shoulders in towards the spine. Gaze comes up. Exhale, reverse that motion, draw the belly up, round the shoulder blades, gaze comes down. Just follow through a few of these with your own breath. Really take your time, feel that fluid movement in the spine. Feel free to take any other little movements if you want to go out to the side. If you want to do a figure of 8. You can come onto the fingertips. Just take a couple more and we'll come back to our neutral spine. So we're going to work into the abs, just one more exercise. So we're going to take that right arm out parallel with the mat. Take that left leg out as well. Line up the hips if that's possible. We're going to inhale as we bring knee to elbow and open. And just follow through a few of these with your own breath. Just do them with control. Let's keep going. 3, 2, 1. And release. Just give that left wrist a little rest. Maybe take a few little rotations before we move over to the other side. We're going to take that left arm out parallel with the mat. And take that right leg up. And we're going to bring the knee to the elbow. And just work through a few. The abs engaging. Let's keep going. 3, 2, 1. And release. And just bring yourself into child's pose. So just sit back onto the heels. Just take a couple more breaths. And I want us all to meet in plank pose. As I was saying, we're going to focus a little bit on the triceps. So we're going to come into plank pose. So set yourself up, hands spread out, about shoulder width apart. Draw the heels away. And we're going to do chaturanga push-ups. You can drop the knees for this. Otherwise, whatever you're doing, if the knees are lifted or dropped, we're going to bend the elbows as if you're coming into chaturanga and lift. So you can feel the triceps really engaging. So don't go too far with the elbows. Let's just take one more and lift. And just drop back into child's pose for 3 long breaths. And we're going to come back and we're going to do a few more. So take your time, just lower it with control. Draw the elbows in towards the ribs. We're working into the triceps here. Take one more. And let's drop back into child's pose. Let's come back into plank. We're going to take one more round of these. So just do about 5 or 6. And remember, you can drop the knees if you need to. Try to see if you can keep those triceps working. One more. And drop back into child's pose. We're going to take a couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, lift up into your downward facing dog. We're going to do a bit more on the triceps. So take a couple more breaths if you need to. And we're going to lift those hips up. And just pedal the feet, bend the knees. We're going to inhale as we lift the heels up. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lift. One more time. Let's take 3 lined breaths here. And we're going to lower the forearms to the mat. Inhale to lift. And lower. And lift. Just take 2 more with control. Come back up. And we're going to walk the hands towards the feet. We're just going to stay in this ragdoll for 3 breaths. And we're going to slowly walk back into our downward facing dog. And let's take that again. So tricep drops, yeah? So we're taking the forearms to the mat and lift. Let's take 5 this time. One more. And then slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. And rock out here for 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, let's walk it back into downward dog. And we're going to do that one more time. So check that you're in downward dog properly for your body. So check your alignment and let's lower and lift. So take 5 more here. In your own time, don't rush. And I'm going to lift up back into downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale as you gaze between the hands. We're going to slowly walk the feet towards the hands. And just come into your ragdoll again. Just stay for a little bit longer this time. Shake it out. Whatever you need. Just come to your stillness. So take hold of what's available. The toes, the mat, the shins, the knees, the thighs. And inhale as you lift, straighten the arms. Exhale to release. Just go through a few with your own breath. When you're ready, slowly coming up on the inhale. So take your time, bend the knees if you need that support. Take the arms all the way up overhead. Bring yourself onto the tippy toes, nice big stretch. And release. And just take a few shoulder rolls, nice big movements in both directions. And bring yourself into your Tadasana pose. So you can keep the feet a little bit apart, bring them together, it's up to you. We're going to lift the toes up, spread them out as you bring them back to the mat. Arms by the side, shoulders a little bit away from the ears. Nice neutral spine, so don't worry too much. Start engaging that Ujjayi breath if it's in your practice. Nice and full. So imagine there's a piece of string just pulling you up from the crown of the head towards the sky. You're going to inhale to rise. Nice and tall, gaze up. Exhale, let's fold forward from the hips. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale as we step back into plank pose, nice and strong. So just check your alignment here. If your hips are dipping, then just engage the core, lift them back up. Draw the heels away. Think of Tadasana when you're in this pose, nice and strong. Strong shoulders, take a deep inhale. Exhale, let's bend those elbows, coming into Chaturanga. Inhale as we open the heart. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel that breath all the way through the body. So focus on the back a little bit as well. Breathe in, breathe out. I want you to exhale as you lower the forearms to the mat. Inhale to lift. And lower. And lift. Take 3 more. Your own breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Gaze between the hands. Step or walk feet to hands. We're going to inhale as we lift halfway. So check your alignment here. Don't be sinking into the back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Float the arms up, gaze up. Exhale to release. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Take a few shoulder rolls if you want to. We're going to try a little different sequence that I've been working on. I'm trying to make the flows a bit more creative. Sometimes when you're doing yoga, there's that danger of becoming a little bit samey, sort of flowing through what seems obvious. So we're trying to move a bit more creatively here. So just bear with me on this. Okay, let's take a deep inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale to rise. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, let's take it to plank. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, let's lower it down through Chaturanga. So careful with the shoulders here. Open the heart. Downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg in the air. Flex that foot. Let's bend the right knee. Bring the right foot between the hands. I want you to lift the arms up, coming into your low lunge. Nice and strong in that back leg. I want you to move that right foot. Just shuffle it to the right slightly. And we're going to inhale as we lift that back leg all the way up. Bring the knee into the chest. So don't worry if you wobble out of this. I've been doing that. And back into your low lunge. And let's bring that knee into the chest again. Hold it here. Flex that left foot back into your low lunge. Let's bring that knee into the chest one final time. Let's come back into the low lunge. Breathe in, open the heart, take the gaze up. And as you exhale, we're going to frame that front foot. I'm going to shoot that left leg in the air, coming into our standing splits. Just take that right leg a little bit, right foot a little bit ahead, the right hand, I'm going to lift that left arm up, coming into a half moon pose. You can keep the gaze down like I am, or you can take it up. And then we're going to slowly start bending that left knee. And I want you to bring that left knee into the chest as you slowly bend that right leg. Just round the back, bring that left hand forward, and slowly drop that left foot by the right, coming into your chair pose. Hopefully, we're all in Utkatasana, chair pose. So sink a little deeper. So work into those quads, press the feet into the mat, engage the core, nice and strong. Just take one more inhale. And as you exhale, let's fold forward. Inhale for your halfway lift. And I want you to exhale and fold forward again. And let's inhale as we float the arms all the way up in Hastasana. Exhale, let's come all the way back. Just shake it out. Take a few shoulder rolls. Take a sip of water. We're going to do it on the other side. So I hope you have a bit more of an idea. I find it quite tricky bringing that knee in. I tend to wobble. But seriously, don't worry about it. It's just trying something different. So find your Tadasana. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, let's take it into plank. And lower it down. Elbows in towards the ribs. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's inhale that left leg in the air this time. Bend the knee, bring the left up between the hands. And we're going to lift up for our low lunge. And just shuffle that left foot a little bit towards the left. Find it makes it easier when you're bringing the right knee in. And let's lift that right knee into the chest. And back into your low lunge. And lift into the chest. And come back into your low lunge. I'm going to do that one more time. I think it's easier on this side for me. Let's drop back into our low lunge. Keep that left knee bent. We're going to open the heart, take the gaze up. Exhale as we frame that left foot. I'm going to lift that right leg in the air this time for our standing split. And I want you just to move that left hand a little bit ahead. Lift the right arm up for your half moon pose. You can take the gaze up if you want, or you can keep it towards the mat. It's entirely up to you. And then we're going to bend that right knee. Slowly start bringing that right knee into the chest. You can round the back. Bring that right arm in front. Gently release that right foot. Bend the knees, come into your chair pose. Take one more inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale to rise through Hastasana. Gaze up. Exhale to release. Just take a few moments here. So we're almost there. So just shaking out. I'm going to come into chair pose again. So you can bring the feet a little bit further apart. Just do whatever suits you. And we're going to inhale as we dip and sweep, coming into chair pose. So remember to try not to stick the bum out. Just draw the upper body nice and strong. We're going to bring the hands to heart center. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale as we twist it over to the right. You can fan open the arms. It's entirely up to you. Don't force the twist. Work with the breath. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Let's come back to center. Release the arms. Come onto the balls of the feet. Hold it here. And exhale. Release the heels. Bring the hands to heart center. And let's twist it over to the left. You can open the arms like so. It's entirely up to you. Try to keep the thumbs towards the sternum. Check that the knees are still in line. And let's bring it back to center. Release the arms, lift the heels, come onto the balls of the feet. And exhale, release the heels and fold it forward. Inhale, come into your halfway lift. So just check your alignment here. You can bring the hands onto the shins. Just check that your spine is nice and safe. And we're going to exhale as we step back into plank pose. And one more inhale. Exhale. Let's lower down through chaturanga with control. Inhale as you open the heart. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Let's take 3 lines breaths here. Take one more inhale. Exhale as you gaze between the hands. We're going to step or walk feet to hands. Inhale as we lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale to release. Take a few shoulder rolls. So we're almost there. We're just going to work our way towards the mat. So we're going to come into one final chair pose. So bring the feet wherever it's comfortable. I want you to inhale as you dip and sweep. Hold it here, nice and strong. I want you to slowly, slowly start coming all the way down. And just drop the bum. We're going to bring the legs out straight. Let's inhale as we lift the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands by the side, fingers pointing towards the toes. Inhale, nice length through the upper body. We're going to walk the hands slightly back, fingers pointing towards the toes. I'm going to come into our reverse plank. As you inhale, lift the hips up. Try and bring the whole foot to the mat. You can take the gaze behind you. So let's hold it here for a few breaths. We're working into the triceps still. Okay, one more inhale. Exhale, gently bring that chin into the chest and slowly lower the hips. We're going to bring that right knee up. And we're going to bring that right foot to the outside of that left leg. Just like so. We bring that right hand behind us. Inhale, we lift and lengthen through that left side body. And we're going to twist it over to the right. So bring that left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Try to keep that back nice and neutral. Check that you're not leaning back. So inhale, we lift and lengthen. Exhale, we can go deeper into that twist if it's available. Take one more inhale. Exhale to release. Just take a little counter twist over to the left. We've got about 5 minutes because I know we did start a couple of minutes later. Just nice little twist. I'm going to take that right foot and this time I'm going to place it on the inside of that left thigh. Just bring the hands either side of that right side body. Inhale and exhale as we hinge forward from that left hip. And we're just going to bring that upper body over that left leg. So it's not about reaching the foot necessarily. Just check your alignment here. Breathe with it. And then slowly come up on the inhale. Just go straight on that right leg and we're going to bring that left knee up this time. Bring that left hand behind you. We're going to inhale as we lift through the right side body. Bring that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. I'm going to twist it over to the left. So just be mindful that you're not leaning back. Sometimes we do that because we want to go deeper into the twist, but try to keep a nice neutral spine. Take one more inhale and exhale to release. Just take a quick little counter twist over to the right. And we're slowly going to release that left foot and just bring it into that right thigh. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale, let's come forward for a nice little hamstring stretch on the right. So use that breath. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. A couple more breaths. Slowly come up on the next inhale. And we're going to bring the knees in and just give yourself a nice little hug. And in your own time, slowly bring yourself into your final Shavasana. Just come all the way to the mat and you can give everything a nice big squeeze and just release. We'll be here for about a minute or so. We're just going to start deepening the breath. Just slowly start to wriggle the fingers and the toes. So just slowly coming back into the room. Start rotating the ankles and the wrists in both directions. So just take any of the stretches that you need. So you can point the toes and take the fingers away. And when you're ready, just slowly bring the knees into the chest and give yourself a nice little hug. And just bring yourself comfortably and safely up into your cross-legged position. Just keep the eyes closed and the face soft. We're going to bring the hands to heart center. I'm going to end with our 3 clearing breaths. Just bringing the thumbs up to the third eye. And I want to thank you all for joining me in this practice, especially coming along with me on this journey of trying new things and wobbling together. The inner light in me will always honour the inner light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for today's practice. Thanks so much, ladies.
Thanks, Shabnam.
Thanks very much, guys. See you on Thursday.
Bye.